All right, so here it is. Here's my big purchase. Hey, what's going on, everybody? We're at home today. I'm out playing ball with that guy down there. You can't see him. There he is, checking things out. But anyway, we are going to be taking that thing up to check out something that I purchased, which is probably the reason why you clicked on the video. But first, I'm going to do a fire up on a cold start. I get my chops busted all the time because it's not cold. It's like, I don't know, 42 degrees out. It's called a cold start because it hasn't been started yet today, or the day that it's started on. So that's the situation. The other thing I get a lot of statements about is, here, I'll use this as a pointer, is the fact that I don't, oh, it's windy out here, sorry, you're probably getting all that. Don't check the oil before I start it. There's two reasons for that. One, we're on about a 5% grade here, maybe a 4% grade. All the oil is going to be in the front of the pan, so checking the oil is not going to do any good. And as far as rolling the hood over and checking things, the other thing is my truck. I'm the only person who drives it every day. So if I come out and there's not giant puddles of oil or antifreeze on the ground, it's got everything it had in it when I parked it. So I just wanted to make that clear. Not trying to be a ice hole or anything like that, but we had it washed on the way home, as you may have seen in one of the other videos. There's the dude. Sorry, it's windy out that side of the house. But anyway, gonna fire it up here, let it warm up, and then I'm gonna get a shower, and then we're gonna go ahead to check out what I bought. Drop it. Things I got told a lot on the cold start video was to push the clutch in, so that was what the clutch pushed in. I was never taught to push in a clutch when you start a truck, so I've been around them my whole life. But that's she's fired up and running. You can tell it's chilly. She just idled down, so not cold because it didn't stay idled up very long, but there you have it. So I'm gonna throw the ball for that guy a little bit more and then go get a shower, and then we'll be headed up to check out this purchase. Bring it here. Drop it. Oh, you always want to drop it. Set. Go. Set. Hey! Get up here! Get up here! Right here. That. Go. finally ready. I ended up having to do a bunch of paperwork, but well, office work anyway. She's probably long ready to go, and my brother from another mother up there waiting on me. We got about 18 miles to go to get up to his house, so we're gonna go up there. We made it to my buddy Matt's house. I'm on the 8, so I can't see what's on the screen, so I don't know. The truck should be behind me. That's him there. We're here at Matt's house. He's got his laptop hooked up to it, and we're checking some settings here real quick. And he's going to see if we can set the auto resume on my cruise, because my truck used to have it, where when I shifted, the cruise automatically picked it back up. So I'm hoping that that's what that is. And see, the save set speed was always enabled on it too.
It's still enabled now, so
yeah. And the switch usage right there says set coast. I wonder, can you change it? What does it change to?
Probably resume. Now set accelerate.
Can you set it to set accelerate?
Yeah.
That would be handy. And my we gotta figure out that whole pin situation with the. What are you taking pictures for?
So I know what I changed. If it doesn't work the way you want it to, I can change it back quick.
Oh, gotcha. Engine speed.
Maximum engine speed without vehicle speed sensors 2,500 RPM. Maximum switched engine speed is 2031.
Yeah, that's
and they're not locked. They can be changed, and I've never seen them be able to be changed before.
Really? That's weird. Which, I mean, that I don't need them to go that high, but I don't know how well the GoPro's picking that up. So there's everything that we're looking at here. And for the record, I do have the maximum speed on this truck set at 75. The company I'm leased to doesn't like us doing any more than 80. So, and the company speed limit is 75 where it's available. So I have it set at 75 because I don't want to get yelled at and or get my lease canceled. So there's that. It was one of the things I wanted to see, and the ECM information, see if it says what it's set at.
That's what I was looking for. That's not where it needs to be. Right there. Advertised power, 600 horse, yep. 2,000.
Yep. So there you have it. 600 horsepower and 2050 torque. Peak torque RPM, 1,200 RPMs.
That's where the most torque is.
Yeah. So that's why I told you it feels like it quits taking torque at like 1,600.
Right.
And I don't know nothing about torque rise or nothing like that, so. All the time, it's not horsepower, it's torque. Horsepower is how hard you hit the wall. Torque is how far you move it.
Yeah, how far you take it with you.
It's updating. There's a whole process he's got to do that. Key off, key on, blah, blah, blah. If you've ever programmed a vehicle, you know how it goes. Telling you, if you lock my ECM,
it's just creating, finishing the copy of it.
Well, what it is it's gotten to the change. That's where it is.
Right. Boop, done.
Yeah. We're gonna go in and check out this purchase that I made. All right, so here it is. Here's my big purchase. I bought a CAT, which is why you already clicked on the video, because I already have the description written in my head. This is a BXS CAT with a 6NZ head. And it has spun a main bearing. The bearing is still in the head. I don't know how well the GoPro will pick up all them. What are they?
Scores.
Scores? Yeah, there you go. The scores in this cap. So this block is going to have to be main board?
Line board.
Line board. There you go. See, there's a man that knows what he's talking about. I'm just a dumb truck driver. It was already torn apart when we got it. He actually picked it up for me. Matt did. So rather than put it all back together to take it all back apart, we just left it apart. He left it apart. So we are going to, the intentions are to have it line board and eventually see if we can build a 1,000 horsepower motor out of it. Because being a BXS, it is built for more boost. It's built to have 2 turbos on it. So it's, in my opinion, which him and I argue about all the time, it's a better motor than a 6NZ. Block-wise. And once you take the emission stuff off of it, it's a better motor because it's built to take more boost. So I have a friend, truck driver friend, who recently built a 1,000 horsepower motor. Well, had it built. So I'm probably going to talk to him and the guy that built it and get a parts list, and we're going to get started on this thing. Now it's going to have to be hot tanked and all of this taken off of it, so it'll probably end up getting painted, and or Matt and I were just talking about possibly having the block powder coated, and which would be different. I don't know that I've ever heard of anybody powder coating one, but it'll definitely be painted. So drop a comment, let me know what color you think it needs to be to go in my truck, because we did orange once already and she didn't like that. Nope. So we did Chevy Hugger orange and she was not a fan. She booted that motor. So this is the head over here, and as you can see, single turbo 6NZ head. Cam's pretty good. He said he polished it up a little bit after he got it, just to make sure everything was all right, but we'll be going through all of that. It'll probably be getting, well, there's no probably about it, it'll get a bigger turbo. By the way, it is Saturday, so he's in comfy clothes. I actually had to get dressed to come up here, but this is his house, so just so you know. Bigger turbo. I'm pretty sure it'll be like an 89 millimeter turbo for 1,000 horsepower. This is Matt's garage, by the way. He has his fair share of toys, and he is building a second gen Dodge with a Cummins in it. As you can see, it's working out pretty well. Bunch of powder coating already done on it and stuff, and the engine's over there. So I wanted to show you guys this though. This is the cherry picker that was used to unload that thing, and as you can tell, it did not like the weight. So it put a nice crease right there in that. So he's going to get a new beam for it before we start working on this thing. And I don't know what the time frame is going to be. He got a price online boring it already, so we'll have to see. It probably won't be till after the first of the year. That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, there it is. BXS CAT 6NZ head. We're going to try for 1,000 horsepower. We'll see how it does. One of the things I was talking to him and I wanted to mention, I have a Cummins and I like my Cummins, but this is one of the things right here that I like better about a CAT versus a Cummins. This is the water pump. On a Cummins, it is belt driven. On a CAT, it is gear driven. That means you never lose your water pump if you throw a belt. So I ran into that. That's a big deal. Once you throw the belt on a Cummins, it starts overheating. So you can run a CAT basically with no belt on it till the batteries go dead anyway. So it is in pretty good shape. You can see the cross hatching in there. I mentioned to him that it looked like some of these piston caps.
Just pistons. Just
pistons. Look newer than other ones. But I guess that's because they still got oil sitting in them, whereas these ones don't. Of course, it'll be getting a whole new rebuild when we do it, but I'm kind of happy about it, a little excited. And the only problem is it's going to take a while because I already bought one engine this year, so I don't have another 50 grand to just drop into this one, so we're going to have to do it little pieces at a time. So there you go. BXS CAT, like I said, with the 6NZ head, and the pieces, I was laughing at him, the pieces are all over his garage here. The valve train is over here with the, what do you call that thing?
That?
Yeah.
Spacer plate?
Spacer plate. Okay.
Valve cover base?
Yeah, valve cover base, because I was going to mention that the valve covers are over here on the bench, and so is the dampener. But oil pan, and although it's spun a bearing, we were discussing the fact that there's not a lot of metal in there. Obviously it's got dirt from transport and stuff, but not a lot of metal shavings in it. There's not a lot of shiny there, so and we aren't really sure why it did, but we got it for a super good deal, so couldn't pass it up. And can I use this rag?
Yep.
Anyway, so there it is. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Tell me what color you think it needs to be to go in my truck. because I'm curious to see what people think. Should it be turquoise or should it be white? He thinks white.
White.
I don't know. I don't really think I want more turquoise, but the frame and everything's already white. So
white with turquoise accents, hoses, pipes.
Ah, there you go. Okay, could do that. I could see that. That would look pretty clean. All right, drop a comment. Tell me what you think. And as always, keep a shiny side up, rubber on the ground, and safe travels. We'll see you in the next one.